Hey everyone, so we've got yet another body on the WLTOYS. This is a Fat Bodies hammer body shell. Fits brilliantly, fits perfect on this car, even around the side pods. Oops, all the way around the edges and the side pods. It fits, I'd say probably even better than the original shell. You just have to trim it out nicely. I think it looks really good. You've got that little hump at the front there. I should actually couldn't let you mount a bigger ESC in there. And we've got a random AliExpress spoiler and just some cheapo wheels. So let's give it a go. So the insides are basically back to normal now. We have replaced that ESC that I melted in the last video. I toyed with going for a bigger ESC, but honestly the performance on this small one works fine. So and they're so cheap, I ended up buying a new 35 amp ESC, basically exactly the same as the old one, for about, I think it was about £11 or something. They're very cheap. So I've got that back in there, still got the same motor, the same servo. I was using the same battery, the 3S 2200. I did do some waterproofing on my receiver for that last test when I drove it in the water. Wrapped it in electrical tape and then used a bit of liquid insulation to sort of fill in any gaps. And it's done the job perfectly. I ran it underwater and the receiver still works fine, so that's good. Like I said, this body is a fantastic fit. Just cut the front hole for that front mounting post. It's very straightforward. The rear one, you have to do a little notch because of this sort of fin that runs down the back. I found I had to notch it out a little bit. And I also trimmed down this rear post. I just trimmed the two edges off slightly to make it narrower. And then it fits up in there, and the body clip goes in just fine. And we've put the rear wing back on. So it's just a cheapy one from AliExpress, which I did paint with the same neon paint, but obviously it wasn't white underneath, so it hasn't come out the exact same shade of green, but it's close enough. And I'm happy with a car like this. It's a nice neat little package, and the performance is fantastic. And the front clip goes in fairly ordinarily, and then at the back you can see the clip fits in there just fine. Once it's notched out, you can fit the clip in at the back there just fine, no problem at all. And these cheapy wheels, they're a bit scuffed up and dinged now. I originally bought these for my rally car. Again, these come from eBay. I searched 110 rally car wheels and tyres or something like that, and I saw these ones. They're like a gold spoke effect wheels. They're quite interesting. The only issue I had is that the wheel actually sticks out past the tyre, so there's no protection for the rim. That's why the rim's so dinged up. Came with these, whatever tyres these are, just rally type pattern tyres, and they work fine. They're nice and grippy. These turned out not to work on my rally car in the end, so they're sort of spares that I'm just using up for running, but they look pretty cool. So I was planning to go to the BMX track down the road, but unfortunately there's a lot of people there today, so I had to cancel that, and we've come to the little Tesco's car park instead for a little lunchtime run. Just a little shakedown run basically, since it's been rebuilt since the last time with a new ESC and that. I just wanted to make sure everything still works. It seems to be fine. So I just wanted to talk about paint for a moment. This was a bit of an experiment, this body shell. The standard sort of Tamiya and Core RC Lexan specific paints that I usually use for body shells, they're very expensive. And I've tried a few experiments in the past of different types of paint to see if I can get them to work, with mostly fairly poor results. But I thought I'd give it another go. So I went on eBay and just searched plastic paint, and I came across hundreds and hundreds of listings on eBay for plastic paint. Most of them seem to be for spraying stuff like garden patio furniture, but they all say they adhere nicely to plastics, so I thought we'll give that a go. So they are considerably cheaper than the especially the Tamiya and the Core RC paints. and I ended up going for a neon green and a black for this body shell. Both of them are just listed as plastic paint. The neon green one, the can is probably twice the size of a regular Tamiya can, maybe even more than that actually, I'm not sure. I think it might be like a 300-400ml can of the neon green, which was $4.99, so it's actually cheaper than a can of Tamiya as well, and it's twice the size, and that worked out brilliantly. You know, it's a lovely colour, it really came out nicely. It's nice and flexible, it doesn't chip or crack like many of the other types of paint I've tried in the past. The only real issue I had with it was it comes out of the can very fast. It's much faster than the Tamiya cans. You know, the Tamiya cans come out in a very nice thin little mist, so you can do some nice light coats. This one came out significantly faster, so I just found I had to hold the can further away and just do like bursts, little quick bursts, and I was able to get some nice thin coats on there. I did 2 or 3 coats of the neon green, and then backed it with white. The lame flake, the Tamiya lame flake, really pops in the sunshine. I didn't really get some fantastic photos of it, but you get a rough idea of it there. Yeah, I think I'm going to be keeping this body shell for a while. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.